guys, welcome to the Two Wins podcast. My name is Matsidiso.
My name is Tsidiso,
And we are the
T Twins.
These are the T Twins on the Two Wins podcast. Hope you are good. It's very cold today.
Not really.
Really, and I wanted to wear a t-shirt. Then I decided, no, it's too cold.
How? It's not cold. Have you been outside?
Yes, I went outside to get the t-shirts from the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So guys, remember we had part 8, which was the last episode on being married to whatever, scammed to marriage, the series that we've been doing. So guys, when I go through your comments, because I read each and every comment, and now I saw other people complaining that why did I give the guy the documents for the child? I think it's part 7 where we were talking about the guy was requesting documents because we were suspecting that there is something that he does in this country where he lives regarding the kids, because he once mentioned that if you've got a family, the kids, you might even get a house. So he actually demanded the documents. So at some point I decided, okay, let him get the documents.
That was in part 7.
Yeah.
Part 8. The last one.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it in part 8. Yeah, that was it. So I saw someone saying to me, got the documents, someone like another like something like that. Even Tsidiso was actually saying the same thing. Why did you give him the documents? Or it started with, so guys, remember, there was a time where this guy was actually trying to prove that now he's back into the child's life. He even promised her that she's gonna move to that country when she goes to high school and all. And we were preparing for him. I mean, he was preparing for the child to come that side. He said to us, he's preparing for her to get proper documentation, right? So now, my daughter comes to me because she was actually convinced that she's moving to that country now for the first time in her life. She's going to have a relationship with the father, and they are going to live together with this half sister. Okay. So now I couldn't say to her, no, we can't give him the documents, because remember, if I don't give him the documents, he will come back to this child and say, yeah, the reason why I couldn't bring you this side is because your mother refused to give me the documents. So I mean, I want to do everything it will satisfy my daughter, for one day to stand here and say, all right, to stand in front of him and say, my mom tried everything. She didn't refuse to give you anything. She didn't deny you any opportunity to have a relationship with me, but you are the one who messed up. So next batla go hlapa matsoho guys, ke mo fe ntho ngwe wa e batlang. Ha ke tsebe wena reng.
I don't know, like, that's how you roll. That's how you see it. So
Wena no tlo mo fa.
no.
Why?
Because you have known the guy for more than 10 years. And every time he comes back, he tries to prove himself. So I think this was like the 5th chance. Like, even besides that, the things that this guy does, like, people don't change. He showed himself from your first encounter, before even the child was born, or what kind of a person he is. He did it when you were pregnant. He did it after you gave birth. He did it after he left. He did it after the child was in school. Like, so many times. So it's just his personality. It's his personality. Actually, according to me, I wouldn't want anything to do with this guy. I would behave like, guys, it's me. I'm not saying she should do that or she should have done that. Nah, from day one, I don't think I would have allowed this guy to come back to my daughter's life again. And then again, besides hore, I mean, situation I remember when these people were still together, when the child was still young, before he could even leave, I always kept on telling my sister that this guy, I know it's heartbreaking to say this, but this guy does not like the child. He's not into the child. He is so much into you. The reason why he's pretending like he loves the child is because he wants to keep you. I've always been saying that. Even myself and the nanny, I mean, we could tell, and we were so uncomfortable with this guy being around this child from, like, guys, from day one. I can say maybe it was because I didn't have a child at that time, so I didn't know how a father is supposed to behave. But I have my father who loves me, so I kind of have an idea. This guy never showed, like, it was just exaggeration, who pretender. It was all about you. He just wanted you here. But when it comes to the child, no.
Okay, guys, remember I'm dealing with
oh, sorry to cut you off. And then again, there was a time where when he was talking about your daughter, he kept on saying your daughter.
Don't say such things, because it's the things that I don't want to hear those kind of things, because they are painful. Okay. So I don't want you to be, I want to deal with it like that's who he is. I don't want to deal with it like this is someone who doesn't like your child. No, because I don't want to be put in the position where I believe that my child is not being loved. Let's just say that's who he is. Not resentment towards my child. Who he is his personality.
Okay,
towards
sorry for saying that. I was just, I didn't know, but
yeah. So now I'm saying that, okay, I'm in the position where now in my life, like I haven't been giving him chances to come into my life. I haven't believed that the person is gonna change. That's why when I got rid of him, and I knew 6 months in a relationship that I don't want this guy, I don't want to go anywhere far with him, because I can see who he is, because I believed who he was the first time he showed me. But allowing him to come back, it's not to come back to me. I just want people to come to get that one, to get that part right. I said to you from the beginning that a relationship with this person, I don't want it with all of my heart. I allowed him to come back to his child's life, not to me.
But okay, when he's coming
to the child's life,
to be with to be involved in his child's life, but he wasn't. He was coming back to you.
Yes, he was coming back to me.
That's why I guarantee you. I know it for sure.
Yeah.
He was coming back to you, not to his child.
That's why we were doing this back and forth, because every time I showed him that, hey dude, every time I reminded him, hey dude, you're not here for me, then we'll fight again, then he will
go. So he showed
you
that like several times, and then still you still go and give him the documents. No, I'm not blaming you, but all I'm saying is that if it was me, I wouldn't have given that guy the document. Never. Correct. Like the first time I talked about the document, no, I wasn't even going to ask for anyone's opinion. Like, it's obvious for now, fella, no, I'm not giving you the document.
You don't understand how important it is to my daughter to have a relationship with the father.
So now it's not important to have a relationship with his daughter. He needs to have a document.
Is it about that document? So one day I'm gonna be I didn't want my daughter to be sitting here and saying to me, it's because of you, because he might convince. I wanted to do everything possible to show my daughter that I tried to meet him halfway, and I supported you with you allowing this guy to be in your life. I supported my daughter. That's what I was doing. So I wasn't doing it because I believe him. I was doing it because I wanted to satisfy my daughter already. Because everything will be leverage for him to say, yeah, because you didn't do this, that's why I did this. Because you didn't allow me, that's why I neglected her. So I wanted her to see. That's why from age when she was 18 months until she turned 8, I didn't try anything. We only tried when she was 8. She can see everything. Because she can see who is trying and who is not trying. She can see I've been supporting it. I even said to her, Mina Wanaka, I don't like this guy, but I will support you. If you still want your father into your life, I will always support you. Like, I'm this parent, I'm waiting because somebody said on the comments that I messed up my daughter's mental health. It was kind of painful to hear words like that. I did not mess up her mental health. I know that her mental health is seriously affected because of this situation. But it's not me, guys. It's this guy. How could it be me? How could it be me? I wanted to come and clarify that.
So, that comment, that person, did she or he explain like how?
No, she didn't say. She just said,
Was it based on which part?
It was based on me allowing this guy to be in my daughter's life several times, allowing him to come back. Because we'd say, why would you allow your daughter to go see him?
Yeah, but then it was too much up and down.
And even the last time when they met, I was already not talking to this guy. That's why I said there at Nelson Mandela Square. I just, and then I left her there by the restaurant when she was done with him. Because that was the closing of the chapter, I guess.
Even that time, that last time, when you guys didn't even talk, this guy, he was hoping you would go. He was like, in his head, he thought, no, she won't just send the child, she's gonna come and then we're gonna get back together. That's why the following day when he went to wherever he was, it the following day, Cape Town, and he left her because now like, for what? Because the person that I want is not here. If you had gone and agreed, that guy was gonna suggest you even come with them to Cape Town. I'm telling you the truth. That guy's obsession, like, it's just out of this world, and it has been like that from day one. And guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I saw this from day one, and I said it because I can't keep. But at that time, like, everyone thought like, no, it's just this twin jealousy thing and everything.
But it's unbelievable. Like, as a mother, it's kind of, it's unbelievable. Like, to you to actually look at someone and say, this one is just here because of me, not the child. Because I grew up, even right now, I'm still surrounded by great men. I'm surrounded by men who love their children. Like, number one example, I was born in the family where my father will stand in front of a bullet for all of us, his daughters. So for me, I couldn't believe that there will be a man out there who doesn't really care about his child. It's still foreign to me. Do you get me? And I was blessed by people around me, my friends, my cousins, even your husbands. And I'm saying husbands because I'm talking about her and my other sister. They love their children. So I didn't know that I would come across someone. That's why I gave him many chances to come back and have a relationship with his daughter, because I don't know that.
Even Tabang, let's talk about Tabang, our cousin we grew up with. He's the way that boy loves his children, like, it's crazy. And he's younger than us. He loves his children, even when they are not in good terms with the mother. But when it comes to his kids, yeah, so it doesn't make sense. But now, I could see this from day one. I'm not talking about when the child was born. Even before the child was born, I could see the obsession. I'm talking about the obsession. Even when he came and told me that you were pregnant, I was like, yeah, now he got what he wanted. Well, I just knew that this pregnancy is all about keeping you.
I believe it's like that. But really, guys, I was really touched badly. That's why I'm crying right now to read your comments. And then that comment that said I messed up my daughter's mental health, it really touched me, because, even though I know I have the reasons why I did that, but I still sit down and say, is it me? Because if somebody out there see it that way, maybe many of you guys still see it that way, you couldn't say it, but someone was brave to say it on the comment section. So I just wanted to clarify this to you guys. It was not my intention. And I'm saying, even now, Even now, if she comes back to me again and says, Mommy, I want to try again, I'll still allow her to try again because I'm just waiting for the moment. I'm waiting. I'm watching her be broken into pieces. I'm just waiting to see the side where she's going to fall down so that I can pick her up. My job is to pick her up. I know she's going to fall many times, many times. And there is another comment also. It's this other lady, I forgot the name. She went through the same thing that my daughter is going through because she says,
there's so many people who went through, who are commenting here, who are still going through the same thing, and some of them. But nna ho latela pelo ya ka, nna le yena pelo tsa rona ha di tshwane, guys. I'm telling you, if I meet someone like that, now, like you see, I'll make an example. Ka Kelly Kumar. I agree with her. When it comes to these issues, they are highly juju. Ke a le bolella wa bona like ha wa hana. And she still said, motho ha batla ho ba life-eng ya ngwana hae. It's just that Kelly doesn't want to sit down and I say a podcast from the beginning to the end. But I can read her. She's going through what you're going through. This guy.
And then I know men like this one, the moment they have like a chance to be with the child, they will be posting them, saying things like, you know, my son, so that others can come and say, yeah, you love your son. It's because of that baby mama. Because I've seen on Christian's birthday, he will come and post Christian, and then people will keep saying, yeah, Kelly, she's such a witch. You know, like, you know, you could not tell a picture I had 4 years, and we're now 8 years. Hana the picture 8 years, but then, but whatever conclude, you know, bitter baby mamas that, but you don't know, guys, when these children come back from seeing their fathers, you pick up the pieces because you can see that they are broken and they show it. And then one other thing that I realized about my daughter, because before having a relationship with his other daughter, yes, of course I'll try to hide it and even say to her, he's like that. He does this to all his kids, you know. Maybe he does this to all his kids. But that post about him when he posted the results,
I'm telling you, even that
and going to the vacation,
if you can go and talk to the mother of that child, like guys, I don't know how you can explain it to others.
For sure off.
Front, show off. Post the achievements. I'm telling you, that guy, he is like that.
Yeah,
it's just who he is. No,
because there was even a point where my daughter was just snooping. I think she talks to her, and then she will be asking, well, oh, when last did you speak to dad? Something like, and then she will say, this morning. You know, I talked to my dad and then there is a post. This child posted something like, you know, on WhatsApp, I chat with my dad every day. That's what she said. So as I saw it, and she said to me, you can't believe my sister, my half-sister wrote that she chats to the father every day. And every time when I try to contact this guy, he tells me that he's busy. So I don't know. Now I can say, what's going on. So guys, I mean, now I'll told you about this.
Why would the chat come to WhatsApp and tell people that he chats to the father every day? Maybe the father said, go and write that status.
Yeah, now I was watching the other movie on weekend. It's on Netflix. It's still there. It's called Single Mothers Club. Yeah, by Tyler Perry. So now it's this 4 mothers who are single by maybe the other one divorced, but the father is still in the children's lives. Like the other one did this surrogate thing. And then she went somewhere, someone donated the sperm, and then the child was born. So she's having issues because now this child wants the father, and she doesn't even know who the father is.
Wow.
Because all these kids, they have problems at school. For them to meet is because their kids were having issues, and the principal wanted to expel all of them. So when she has a meeting with all of them, she finds out that they are all single mothers.
Okay.
And they ended up being friends. They formed that club. Yeah,
Okay, they are all single mothers, but got different
circumstances. Yes.
Wow.
Because the other mother has got 2 sons, and then both fathers from different fathers, and both fathers are in jail. And she's very much strict, and she's been the child is not that bad. He's okay, and the child is trying to improve, to impress her. Okay, I can play basketball, I can do this, but she's just too rough on this child because she's thinking he's gonna end up in jail.
Oh,
yes. Yes, but it's a good child. So I can't remember exactly what the other 2 mothers, their problems were.
Maybe the other one died.
Yeah, maybe the other
father
one died.
died.
The father died. The other one, the father divorced the mother, right? And the father was rich. So now he is, that
Now
father
she's married to a poor man.
yeah, she's married to a poor man. So now they live in his house. He's still telling them, okay, this guy is not allowed in my house. You can't introduce this guy because this is my
like what are we
So I wanted to give you an example when it comes to this mother, whom the father is more like Asania's father, but he's a drug addict. So the mother cannot tell the child that we have a problem with your father because he's a drug addict. So the mother will leave the child at school, and the father will be promising, I will come pick him up. And he doesn't come pick him up until late at night. The school phones the mother, or your child is still here. So when he gets there, the guy didn't come and his phone is off. Or sometimes she will even say, oh, maybe he's still on the way, trying to protect him. Let me sit in the car. So she'll be sitting in the car. The child is sitting there waiting for this man. The man doesn't come. Yeah. So the other day, he phoned this child, and he said he must sneak out. He must sneak out of the house because he's coming to pick him up. And Fisher, how much do you have? You know, put out corn. Story South Code, you remember? I was there. I was there. I've forgotten. Yeah, this guy. So why is my mother being dodgy about my dad? She allows me, but she doesn't really allow me like that. And she doesn't know the reasons why the parents divorced. Because the mother was tired of this guy who's a drug addict. So he says, how much do you have? Like what
Yes, like what else?
Yes, like the situation now.
And then I check out what's coming.
You know what that guy did? He took the money there. He took this child's money. Like it was the money was like bus fare from where he was. He could take a bus. He took that money. Maybe they were 50 rand. And then he took his necklace. And he took his video games, whatever, something like that, and he sold them. When the child had to walk at night, so the mother was like, she didn't know where the child was at, and she was So I wanted you guys to understand, as mothers, we give them chances. I'm just waiting for the child to fall on the left or on the right so that I can pick her up.
Okay.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's painful, right, guys? It's so much painful to see your child suffering like that. But you still have to support her through the suffering.
Hi, Nike different. Guys, Nike different. I wouldn't have allowed it from day one.
Nah, hey, I guess maybe you could or something.
I don't know, but I think if it ever happens, like the father of my child is not in my life, and where someone to the snacks, I'll just give him one. Like I'm going to allow.
Let me ask, where's on to the snacks, because sometimes in most situations, the guy is bad to you, but he's not bad to the child. Let's just separate that, because I know most women, they do such.
The thing is, I don't think I'll be comfortable with someone that I don't trust to be around my child.
But that's his child. That's his child. That's his child. Sometimes someone can be a bad partner but a good father. Give them a chance.
You know what I can do? I think the best way to deal with it for me, he must just take the child and raise the child.
Okay, if we're now but most mothers, they don't do it that way. He hurts me. I'm not gonna give you my child. He hurts you. He's bad.
Because I really wouldn't. I don't want to deal with people that's man.
But you chose to have a child with this monster. Now we have to suffer the consequences of it. That's what I always tell myself. Because the other friend of mine, Tabele Liana, she was going through the same thing with the father of the child. Fortunately, the guy passed away last year. So now she said to me, "Oh, my sister, how come you don't hate this guy?" Because I told her the deeper things that this guy did